Hello, and welcome to the video about the Secret Service. The Secret Service is a government department tasked to protect the president, his/her family, and the vice president and his/her family. Let's get right into the news. They began their existence on July 5th, 1865. They started as a financial protection agency because of all the counterfeit money around at the time. They only started to protect the president when President Cleveland asked to be protected part-time. They didn't become full-time bodyguards until after the assassination of William McKinley. In 1902, a trolley car slammed into Theodore Roosevelt's horse-drawn carriage. Secret Service operative William Craig died. He was the first person in the Secret Service to die. In 1922, the White House Police Force, presently the Uniform Division, was founded to protect the White House. In 1933, an assassination attempt was made on President-elect Franklin Delano Roosevelt. It failed. In 1950, a Secret Service operative was killed protecting President Harry S. Truman. They were at very high tensions at the time. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy was fatally shot in the head by a sniper while in a moving car down Dallas streets. The first woman sworn into the Uniform Division, the people that protect the White House basically, gets sworn in 1970. Then, in 1971, the first 5 females were sworn into the Secret Service. An assassination attempt was made on Gerald Ford twice in the same month in 1975. In 1981, once again, an assassination attempt was made on the president. This time, though, it was Ronald Reagan. He was hit, but it wasn't fatal. He stayed alive. In 1999, there was a Secret Service memorial made in Washington, D.C. Plus, they got a new building, so all around a good year for them. In 2002, the Department of Homeland Security was made in response to the 9/11 terror attacks. In 2004, a female veteran of the Secret Service was made deputy director. That is the first time in history that this has happened. The first ECDF, the Electric Crimes Task Force, agent was based overseas in 2010. Cool little fact about the Secret Service. Hey, okay, so basically they go through 18 weeks of training, which is actually a lot of time. Wait, let me just check this. Okay, wait, hold up. Gotta wait. Okay, look, I have crippling depression.
I have crippling depression.
Okay, shut up. I have bad memes. Okay, let me just look up this. So that's like 18 times 7. That's like 126. God. Okay, so like if I do God dang it. Okay, 365. divided by 126. I get, I was gonna say 2 2/3 of the year. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be my closest estimate. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty long time to be honest. Okay, just a little side note here for anybody that doesn't know us and is not our class, which we're presenting this to. This is a school project, so yeah, we don't really have much of a time. We spend most of the time writing down the script and having to take photos, which, yeah, that actually took longer than you expect. Okay, so this is a school project, and one of the questions is we have to relate to the books that we are reading. We read Ghost Girl and Hitch, which are actually 2 pretty decent books. So sorry for that interruption. I had to cough, and I bet you all didn't want to hear that. So, about Ghost Girl and Hitch, they were pretty good books. I actually liked them. They were about the, people during the CCC and the Great Depression, and all that jazz. And we picked this one because it just seemed the best possible and funnest one to do. And the thing is with our group that I managed to get is that all of us are friends, so we did a fun project and a fun way to do it. So we really had no background on this, so we just had to, think it off the top of our heads. And one of us just said, no, let's just make a YouTube video. And over time, I found out that I had to get more self-dependent on myself. Not to say that my partners didn't do anything, because they did a lot. And I greatly appreciate them, but we have to do a question which says basically why does this connect to the real world and everything. So the earliest book that I read was Ghost Girl. I mean the latest book that I read was Ghost Girl, and it's about a girl that is like young and everything, and freaking what is her name? Oh shoot, okay, don't judge me. I'm good at history, but I don't know it too well. It's President Hoover. He made a school for children that weren't that smart in the Shenandoah Valley. It's about a girl that goes on through that and has her brother die early on in the book and all that jazz, and her mom doesn't like her and everything, and she's had a really rough time, but she gets through it and gets through school and everything, and it's a really cool book. It's my favorite of the two books, and I probably read it the most. So, yeah, it was a really good book. And the way it relates is that most of the time when you see President Hoover, because she actually got to meet President Hoover, they're with the Secret Service because they were formed before then, and they could protect the president back then. And we just thought okay, so the Secret Service is pretty neat. They have a very cool job. So let's just do something about them. And it's been a really fun project. It's really stressed me out. So yeah, I greatly appreciate everybody who's helped me or helped our group, especially my teacher, who I'm not going to name for obvious purposes. I don't want to give away her identity because that's just going to be rude. Plus, I have to present this to the rest of the class, so I ain't about that. So, thank you guys for watching the video, and thanks. Like, if you're in my class and you're watching this, kudos to you. Hello. Thank you. I know you're probably listening to this unless I, sucked and didn't finish this. But, if you guys, and if you really want to be nice, subscribe down below. It's a small button the size of my pinky. I'm not even going to measure, but it's somewhere near that. So, yeah, thank you.